Hello, beautiful earth angels. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. I'm just turning go live on Instagram. Okay. Hi, earth angels. Welcome to Earth Angels Unite. Podcast number 127, the third pillar, energy body activation. So your angels are pure energy and they're always sending you love. It's often easier for our physicality, our humanity, to receive that love through our energy body first. As an earth angel, you are guided to walk with an awareness of your roots, parts, chakras, and aura, your magnificent energy body. By bringing the etheric, the invisible layers of the energy body into your conscious mind, moment by moment, you stay connected to the flow of your angel's love. And this pillar helps you to heal, to realign, and to stay grounded in your divine connection. So, my intention with these podcasts is to create a space of transformation, that you come one person and you leave another person that you leave transformed. And we do this by healing the pain, healing the issues in the tissues. So, bringing the shadow, the pain, the wound to the light for healing. And to the light, and what I mean by that is the light of your heart and also the light of the divine, right? However that's expressed for you. When we gather together, we are more powerful. In these podcasts, I'll be sharing teachings from my debut book, Receiving from Your Angels, 4 practices to heal your pain with angel love. And we're talking about energy body, which I have a whole entire section in here about the energy body 101, and how we're receiving love from our angels through the energy body. And so my name is Jill Kempner, angel coach and author. As an angel coach, what I help my clients do is to heal the pain in their bodies with the love of the angels, and to understand the deeper meaning of their pain through a very gentle process, through the relax, release, receive process that I outline in my debut book. And I'm here sharing personal stories, new teachings, really. These 4 earth angel pillars that we're talking about today are new teachings that actually emerged from more current challenges that I've navigated and experienced, that weren't in my book. It actually happened right after I published my book, but it's all connected, right? And so I just want to say that I know, so one of my intentions for adding value to the world, to my people, right? To the earth angels, the empaths, the cycle breakers, is to show up more authentic, more joyful, and more bold. Hi. Say hi if you're here. Welcome. So I just want to say, I know how challenging it can be to be an empath in this increasingly intense world that we're living in right now. And my mission is to help you heal your inner world, because I truly believe that if we heal from within, we can heal the outer world. So as frustrated as we can be, or as judgmental as we can be, or as struggling as we can be, when we look at the division, the separation, the violence, the pain, the suffering of the world, I wholeheartedly believe that if we do the inner work, we create a ripple of peace, a ripple of love that actually changes the world. So what I'm trying to say is your healing makes a difference. That was one of my cards actually downstairs in my downstairs card pulls, because I have oracle cards all around my whole entire house. Sorry, my nose is itching. And that was actually crying a little bit this morning about a couple things. And who knows, I'll probably cry about this too, because it's hard talking about my mom. However, let me finish the thought that I was having. I think I finished it. So yeah, I'm on a mission, right? I'm on this mission, and this is what lights me up. This is what brings me joy, is to come on here live and share my truth and share what I know to be true for me. Through my lived experience, and talking about what my mom went through, what I went through with my mom, what my mom went through, is actually really bringing me healing. And I want to share something that someone said to me the other day. Dear friend, she was in one of my classes that I had last week, and she said, "You're the lightest that I've ever felt you. You know, whatever you're doing, keep doing it." And I was like so touched by that comment, like deeply. And I was like, yeah, what am I doing? And I thought the only thing I'm doing differently than I've been doing, because I'm very committed, as you know, this is part of my being like authentic, being bold, right? It's like I'm committed to the relax, release, receive process outlined in my book. And I'm going through plenty of real life challenges. You know, I've been through a ton of real life challenges, and actually right now my body is paying the price. So I'm dealing with several health issues that, you know, just are bringing up a lot of emotion today. But one thing I can say that I was doing differently than I was before, because I want to stay with that comment that she graciously shared with me, is that I'm talking more about what happened. And every time I talk about it, something releases. Every time I talk about it, something alchemizes. So I hope that resonates for you, because as I also understand that this path can be lonely, right? Because we're ascending and we're changing and we're growing and we're healing and we're transforming. And sometimes the other people around us aren't doing that alongside us, or they're doing it, but in their own way, right? So we can feel alone at times. You know, not talking of there's a lot of different kinds of loneliness. You can just have a moment of loneliness. You can have sort of an extended period of it. But whatever you're going through right now, whether it's physical or emotional, I truly believe that if you use, work, devote to the relax, release, receive process, you will heal. So that's me speaking from my heart boldly. Now I'm going to go to my notes about today. One of my favorite topics is the energy body. And so the first thing I want to say is, and I was talking about this with my therapist, and it felt good to like say it out loud yesterday, is like these pillars, right? The 4 pillars of the archangel, right? The 4 archangel pillars are here for you. It's a foundation for you to come back to when you're in your pain body, for you to come back to when you're struggling, when you're suffering, when the samskaras, right? When the karma is intense, right? Because we're all, hi, say hi if you're here. We're all going through something. And the challenge is we're all going through multiple things, right? I saw a funny meme yesterday that said something like, oh, when I was younger and adults used to say, if it's not one thing, it's another, right? I never understood it. Now I'm an adult and I totally understand it. If it's not one thing, it's another, right? There's always multiple things going on. And then as empaths, right? As light workers, as it's these devotional beings who want to make a difference in the world, we're feeling the collective suffering. So if you're feeling that, let me know. If you're feeling collective suffering and your own suffering. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then we start to spin out, right? And then we go into unhealthy patterns that don't serve us, right? So how do we get our power back? We get our power back by remembering the 4 pillars of the earth angel, right? Be a channel of unconditional love for yourself. Embody the benevolence of the divine, which is really about cherishing your body. Number 3, Today, what we're going to talk about today, energy body activation. And then pillar number 4, which we're going to talk about next week. Yes, next week, trust the divine plan. And that means trust yourself, trust your soul, trust your body, trust your angels. It's all trust. Yeah. Say hi if you're here. So these 4 pillars are a foundation that help you to realign to your soul's highest mission, to help you to redevote to receiving love from your angels. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope this feels supportive of you when you're tripping, right? Whatever that looks like for you. All right, so your energy body is designed to protect your physical body, to release pain and negative energy, to receive love from the angels from the earth, and to keep you connected to the divine, to your soul, to your angels, to whatever God, source, creator looks like for you. Hi, Marie. Good morning. So, as a sensitive soul, as a light worker, as a cycle breaker, it's essential to walk with an awareness of your energy body as you move through the day. And I'm going to talk about what that looks like, what it is, what it's not, all of that today. So your energy body, which I outline in my debut book, has 4 distinct layers. Your energetic roots, which are your connection to the earth, right? It's also your connection to your physicality, your body. Your universe of parts, which is your ego, your humanity. The 13 spiritual chakra systems, so those beautiful angel receivers. And I've done many podcasts about the difference between the 7 and the 13 spiritual chakras, okay? So if that's interesting to you, you can go back and watch those. I call them angel receivers, chakras. And then your auric field, which the angels had me write because I was like writing little bullet points next to all of them. They said, your shield of light. And I was like, yes. Right? So when you keep these aspects of your energy body in the forefront of your conscious mind as you move through the day, you remain in the flow of your angel's love. And I'm going to talk about ways to do that easily today. And there's a little hand position thing you can do that will really help that I'll show at the end. So remember, your angels are always sending you love they're always sending you love. And they're always sending you love into your energy body. Your awareness of your energy body increases your receptivity to angelic love and healing and all the things, right? To your intention, to your fuel. Hi, welcome. So this is why I almost called this pillar walk with an awareness of your energy body. But that's what I mean. Like, we're called as sensitive souls, as light workers, as cycle breakers, as earth angels, to walk with an awareness of our energy body. I'm going to talk about what that means a little bit. So this teaching became very real for me during my mom's cancer journey, which I've committed to sharing more about because it's such a crucible for my own embodiment of the earth angel pillars. Actually, I really believe that the earth angel pillars were created during that journey, and that's why they're not in my book. The 4 earth angel, the aspects of them are there, but these got grounded really just a couple months ago, more intentionally, as a teaching that's birthed from the living document of this book. Part of how I finished writing this book was I believe this was a living document that would keep being added to, upgraded, evolved as part of my legacy of love. And that gave me the courage to say, okay, there's enough. Let me move on to book number 2, which I'm working on, by the way. I'm actually halfway through the book, so it's exciting. So the last year of my mom's life was incredibly difficult, right? She was diagnosed with cholangiocarcinoma, which is bile duct cancer. It was stressful, it was sorrowful, it was painful. Of course, not just for me, for most of all for her. She was also very young. She was only 67. 66 when she was diagnosed, 67 when she passed. She died a year and like days after her diagnosis. Like seriously. Like, wow. So she was in excruciating pain pretty much every single day, requiring high levels of medication and enduring procedures and treatment like chemotherapy, radiation, the bile drains, the bile duct drains, and endless doctor's appointments. So as her daughter, I often felt helpless, or powerless to relieve her suffering, even though I absolutely know I did the very best I could. So, as sensitive souls, right, as empaths, as a sensitive soul, as an empath, witnessing her daily, hourly pain tested the 4 pillars of the earth angel within me every single day. A really fascinating realization that I had during that season, if we could call it that, was how invisible the energy body was to the medical community. Not once did I ever hear a doctor speak of meridians or chakras or the auric field or parts. There was no language, no awareness, no care for the energetic root of her illness. Everything was about the physical. Meanwhile, I was working overtime, right, to stay aware of my energy body, right? My roots, my parts, my chakras, my aura, while being bombarded with a system, and I'm talking about the medical system, that only addressed the physical. So attending appointment after appointment, and my mom had an oncologist, my mom had a hospice, they have a specific name and my brain can't remember it. It's the end of life doctor, and a bunch of other doctors. Right? Stretched my consciousness. It stretched my intuition because I had to anchor myself in the unseen while being immersed in the medical community. And you would think that that challenge would, I remembered tissue this time. There were days when it took me out, where it wore me down and I didn't feel love, right, from the angels. I wasn't, embodying benevolence of the divine. I wasn't feeling, unconditional love for myself and the world. But, I continued to trust the process. I continued to trust the unseen, right, and the invisible. So whatever you're going through right now, and again, like I said, there's often layers, right? Whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, your angels are here loving you through it. So what does energy body activation mean, right? What do I mean when I'm talking about that? So energy body activation, which is this pillar, right, means intentionally tending to the care and vitality of your energy body, right? It's choosing to engage in practices like meditation, breath work, self-care, self-energy work to keep your field strong and clear. One of the things my teacher said that stuck with me, that I put in every invocation that I ever say, every angel invitation, right, is you are the keeper of your mind and body. Right? And we welcome only those angels, guides, and earth angels that love you unconditionally. Because what does that mean? It means you, right? You're in charge of your thoughts, your feelings, and your presentation, right, of your energy field. You're sharing your presence, is what they were saying. Thank you, angels. It also means walking through the day, whether you're driving, shopping, working, doing the dishes, walking the dog, with an awareness of your roots, your parts, your chakras, your aura. Really, your overall energy output, right? Energy body activation means being attuned to your own inner world, which is what I talked about in the beginning, right? Is if we heal ourselves, if we heal our inner world, we heal the outer world. So the work is here. Begin within, right? Your thoughts, your feelings, your sensations, your emotions with loving presence. So don't let this pressurize you like, oh, now I got to think about one more thing. I think about my if that's happening, that's just a manager who doesn't fully understand the power, the medicine, um, the magic of your energy body, right? It's a part of you. And I used to have that part too when I was first learning about all this. So if you feel pressure, that's not your soul, right? That's your ego. It's not your angels. So at its core, energy body activation means bringing the invisible layers of your being into your conscious awareness moment by moment so you can stay aligned with your angels' love and guidance. That's what this is all about. Like, stay in the higher mission of my job as an angel coach is to help you, to help my clients receive love from your angels. But not only to receive love from your angels, that's amazing, that's good, yes, but to heal that pain, to understand that whatever pain, whatever issue, whatever diagnosis you're experiencing right now, your angels know how to heal it. And what I feel confident about, right? I'm confident that your angels know how to heal your pain. And I'm confident that I have the messages, the medicine, and the modalities to help you to access that answer. There's a lot of other things I'm not confident about, but those two things I am confident about. And so if you're interested in connecting with me one-on-one, I would love to have a conversation with you. I'm up leveling my coaching programs. I'm up leveling my ability to serve. I'm up leveling my magnetism by being more bold. So I invite you to slow down and tune in and ask yourself if you need extra support right now. Um, I'd love to have that free consult with you. It's called the Angelic Pain Relief Consult. It's a 1 hour conversation over Zoom, and it's a heartfelt space. I'm listening to you and your angels, and it's different from like a class or the different group offerings that I have, right? Because it's one-on-one. So it's me and you and our angels. And I'm going to share what your pain is really about. So we think it's this, but it's really this. It's interesting because I have high blood pressure, and I'm on a medication to, rebalance it. And I was on a super, super, super low dose that's actually helping with another issue that I have. So it's like a win-win. And I just went to the doctor and she's like, okay, your blood pressure is still high. I really want to up the medication, and of course I wanted to stay on the lowest dose for a lot of different reasons. And so, I agreed for all the reasons to up the medication. And today I was like, why don't I ask the angels what this high blood pressure is about? Like, I kind of, not that I forgot about it, but it hasn't been bothering me. So of course, once I went to the doctor and we had the numbers and all the things, kind of adding up together, I was like, okay. So one of the guidances that I got was about this pressure, like, okay, it's pressure, right? Blood pressure, internal pressure of over responsibility. And this has been something that like I have been working on very intentionally for many years, but like intensely this year of like surrendering responsibility. And I do think back to the comment that my friend made about me being lighter than I've ever been. Um, I think it's about this conscious releasing of that internal pressure. And so anyway, that's just one aspect I wanted to share that. And so hold on, the angels were saying something. Okay, thank you. Back to the invitation. I got sidetracked. It's not sidetracked, it's all part of it. So in the consult, I will be sharing, what your angels are saying about your pain, which is huge, right? That already brings relief. And then in the consult, based on your intention, based on what we're talking about, I'm going to pull an archangel for you that can help you. It's the angel that's walking with you in your next healing steps, right? Because if we want to make an impact, make a difference in the world, which I know if you're here, if you're watching this, you do. If you want to make a difference in the world, we have to make a difference in our inner world, right? So you matter. Your heart matters, your emotions matter, your body, your health, your physicality matter. You matter. You're here for a reason. Yeah. And that's also, I feel, often a byproduct of the work I do with my clients is them really discovering why they're here, right? They're more of a clear alignment. Once the issue in the tissue begins to resolve, which so many of my clients are healing, really deep embedded, long lifetime physical issues are healing on all levels, which is just like amazing, right? Cancer, autoimmune issues, chronic pain, insomnia, restless leg syndrome. They're all healing. And then from that healing, they feel more centered in their soul, more centered in their purpose, more centered. Right. And so imagine a world where everybody was centered in their sacred heart, in their blessed heart, in their loving heart. Like, whoa, then we're really making a difference. Yeah. Okay. That was a really long invitation to my coaching program. So if we're a good fit, I'll share the details of my coaching program with you. I would love to have that conversation with you. It's a very valuable hour where you walk away feeling empowered that whatever pain, whatever issue in the tissue you're going through, there's a healing answer, right? And what I teach my clients is how to create a daily practice of receiving love from their angels based on their intention, with a whole bunch of support and wonderful tools that get integrated where, yeah, you experience deep healing, deep transformation. Okay. Wow. Thank you, angels. You're the best. All right. So let's talk about what energy body activation is not. We talked about what it is, right? It's not something that, this is really interesting, to only tend to when you're already distressed or overwhelmed or in pain. Right? Energy body activation is not ignoring the signals from your body or your angels until they become so loud you can't function. Energy body activation is not denying or dismissing the presence of energy just because others around you don't understand it or acknowledge it. This was a big one for me. Actually, it took me tearing my knee to really break free from group consciousness and family consciousness and really go into trusting myself completely. I love this. Energy body activation is not perfection, right? You don't have to be aware of your energy body every second of every day. It's about devotion and practice, right? Yes. And there'll be times of the day, like at the end, we'll do a little quick inner journey. Let your soul guide you to when it matters to be aware of your energy body for you and your journey, right? Energy body activation isn't complicated. It's not heavy. It's gentle, consistent remembering that you're more than just a physical body, right? You're a human. You're a soul having a human experience. You're more than just human, right? So, just listening for a minute. Energy body activation, in real life, what can it look like for you, right? So, like practically pausing to take 3 deep breaths, and ground your roots before walking into a stressful meeting or a family conversation, right? Placing your hand on your heart or your sacral chakra when you feel triggered, and consciously softening into your body, into your energy, and into your aura. It could be using a quick aura cleansing visualization after being around someone whose energy felt heavy or draining. You could also use your selenite wand. Checking in with your chakras while you're driving or doing dishes, simply noticing which one feels open, blocked, or tight without attaching. And then doing something before, like having a ritual before bed, right? 5-minute meditation before bed to connect with your angels and clear away your energy, clear the energy of the day. And there's so many ways that you can do that. You can do that through prayer, through breath work, through, welcoming any one of the 16 archangels. There's so many more, but I talk about 16 in my book. And I'll have 16 in my new book. So I want to talk about some of what energy body activation is not, like, kind of practically, right? So it's not only doing energy work after a crisis or a panic attack instead of weaving it into your daily life, right? That's when it becomes a practice, it becomes embodied. Energy body activation is not ignoring your body's signal of fatigue or pain until it's screaming at you. This is important. Energy body activation is not pretending you're fine while your aura is completely depleted or your parts are completely depleted. Energy body activation is not denying your sensitivity because others around you don't believe in chakras or aura or energy medicine. Like, that's really important. And energy body activation is not thinking you have to be perfectly grounded 24/7 to be spiritual, right? Instead of remembering, it's a practice of devotion, not perfection. What do the angels always say? It's about presence, not perfection. And I love that, right? Just showing up as your authentic self. So I also wanted to add this. It was interesting because when I was creating the notes for this, well, no, before I was creating the notes for it, I got this little mini download. And it was interesting because I was like, this was the download I got. Shame, blame, judgment, and punishment. I was like, whoa, are poison. These energies poison the energy body and make whatever disease, dis-ease, or illness, right, or imbalance in your body worse. This is actually a message for me today because I was kind of going into that, right? These poisons amplify the heaviness and damage that any physical illness can do on your body. Like, whoa. So what I say in my book is when your body is ill or injured, it's not sabotaging you. It just needs more love. Your body needs love if it's ill or injured. Your body needs love if you're experiencing a disease. Like, it's that simple, but yet we have to work through our own personal experience, our own personal layers. So when I was going through all this with my mom, I couldn't fix her or I couldn't fix her thoughts. I couldn't fix her experience. I couldn't fix her pain. I just knew it was such like a initiation on many levels, right? To do excellent self-care for myself so I could show up for her and be a loving presence and do all the things, right? Feed it, feed her, medicate her, pay the bills, take care of the house, the cat, my brother, all the things I had to do. And honestly now, I mean, I'm experiencing several health issues from the stress that I endured, even while I was doing all of these practices, because I was very committed. So I know they work. I want to show this little energy body. Yeah, okay. I said everything I want to say. I'm going to pull a card in a minute, but we'll close with a card today. So I'm going to have you close your eyes just for a moment and just tune in. And just feel this deep gratitude for your body soul connection, gratitude for your angel's love. And we're going to invite your soul and your guardian angels to help you to soften in this moment, to help you to relax physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And to bring your awareness into your energetic roots that flow through your legs, through the soles of your feet, all the way to the heart of the earth. To bring your awareness to your inner universe of parts that live inside your body. They live all over, but there's many that are in our heart. Through the breath, bringing your awareness to the chakras, letting the mind relax, right? Those spinning energy centers that run along the length of the spine, really they're energy temples. And then through your breath, connecting with your aura, your auric field. And just ask, beautiful soul, loving angels, where in my day do you want me to be more aware of my energy body? And now you open your clairs, your clairvoyance, your clairsentience, your clairaudience, your claircognizance, your clairfragrance, and listen to the answer. Where do you want me to be more aware of my energy body in my day? And just notice. So for me, it was interesting. One of the things I heard was my yoga practice, which I'm like, I thought I was very aware, but they were kind of showing me some little shifts to make. And then just during the mundane, right? For me, it was like, I always do it when I take a walk. So that feels like anchored in, but more when I'm doing the mundane. So let me know what it is for you. So let me show you this really quick way to connect with your energy body. I do this before I take a walk, but the angels are reminding me to do this before I get on my yoga mat too, right? So it's roots, parts, chakras, aura, right? So it's roots as the exhale, parts is the inhale. So roots, it's like you're pressing your hands down towards the earth, like you're remembering your roots, activating your roots, connecting with your roots. That's the exhale. Then it's an inhale to connect with your universe of parts. So putting your hand anywhere on your body. I like to put one hand at my heart, one hand at my belly. That just feels aligned for me. But you can choose whatever you want. That's the inhale. Then we exhale. This is what I like to do is take my hand in a spiral motion and spiral from the roots to the crown. That to me feels what my soul says, but you can also spiral down from the crown to the roots and you say chakra, right? Chakras. And that's the exhale. And then I inhale aura, sweeping my hands through my auric field. So it's just a simple thing that you can do. You can do it in the morning, maybe when you go to the bathroom, right? Like a reset, like, okay, parts, chakras, aura. See, that's simple. I like to do it right before I walk because I'm like, okay, let me be aware of my energy body. Let me be aware of my angels before I take my daily walk, which is one of my forms of exercise. So see what works for you. See what your soul. Maybe you're like, we had said, before you go into a stressful, family, a meeting or a family conversation, whatever your soul's saying, I'd love to hear from you. All right, let me pull a card and we shall be done. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your beautiful energy. How is it that you are working on pillar 3 this week at energy body activation? What are your guardian angels saying will be the most helpful piece of wisdom? Zen-like equanimity, composure. Actually, I just created my angel Reiki level 1 2 and 3 graphic, and I'm sitting like this with lights coming out of my hand. So that's kind of a synchronicity for me. Composure, right? Stepping in, calling on the angels of composure to expand your energy body, to keep you aware, stepping into that Zen-like equanimity, right? That space of heart-centered stillness, heart-centered, right? A space of being centered, being neutral, being calm and serene, right? When we're more calm, when we're more relaxed, right, we'll be more easily able to attune to our energy body. So I love that the angels of composure are here this week. Call on them as much as you want. They're unlimited. So your guardian angels are sending you so much love. I'm sending you so much love. I have an amazing amount of classes coming up. So please check out my website. If you're not on my newsletter, go to my website, jillkempnerhealing.com. At the bottom of the page, you can sign up for my newsletter. I'll be here next week for the 4th pillar. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about after that. So I'm talking with my angels about what my September podcast will be. And then I have the 999 nervous system refresh. So excited to talk about, to be in the 999 portal, which only happens every 9 years. And to either replace or to rewire or fully replace your nervous system with the help of your angels and guardian angels. I'm so excited about that offering and so many other wonderful offerings coming up. So I'll see you soon. Mwah. Lots of love. Bye.